back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. When we left off, we managed to prove our client guilty in court, which is a problem as we're a defense attorney. So now we're going to try and make it look like she's not guilty, which, not the most absurd thing I've ever done so far, but it might very well be. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. Sorry for what my sister said. Is it quiet? Resting. The verdict deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was anything true dark killing. I was like, everyone's heard about these killings, but me. Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Dark's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He murdered Officer Marshall's brother. He left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. And what do you have to do with those killings, Emma? When the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Dark tried to kill me. What? Tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. That means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial. I didn't see that one coming. Happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day. Unusual for this time. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. So dark. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then Prosecutor Marshall showed up. Dark tried to take me hostage, but before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. It happened. I'll never forget it. Lightning struck, and the lights went out. Suddenly, bolts of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. I saw them burn a permanent picture in my mind. I still see it now. What did you see in the incident picture? Drake knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Stop. Run for this pool. Oh. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Emma. So much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about the incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. Years ago. 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grow up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. See, I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes sense to me. There's still something that bothers me about that. I don't remember the moment when Doug stabbed Mr. Marshall. You weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was tagged. Why, Lana, what she made up the... Made it up? You provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. So, when it all started, rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean, it's all my fault. If I could just testified properly, none of this would have happened. I may not know now. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today. Based up to what she did. There's something that's puzzling me. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office, right? That's right. Why would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? Well, there's no mystery there. Rodak had been taken in for questioning that day. Questioning? You about the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through. Led into my sister's office. He ran all the way over to your sister's office. The detective office is in the questioning room right across from the elevator. From the elevator? Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? Years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Dart case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Detective? Better really talk with her. Lana. Mr. Wright? It seems I keep causing you trouble. Also, evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul, why should we? But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risk. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective to use. How the SR9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs. I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing. They still talk about what the cases she and Chief Gunn cracked together. Gunn? He was the deputy chief of police. They still work the crime scene. Gaunt. Damon Gaunt, he was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. I really idolize this big scene. But now you're a chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming... the reason I became a detective was... to gain experience investigating crime scenes and use that experience in court, right? Gaunt's help in the SR9 case was crucial to his... After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutors. Lots more about this investigation. What revelations are uncovered at the trial today? Least of which was the fact this case is largely connected to another one too. Evidence from that case was stolen as well. I expected. I know how obsessed Officer Marshall was. Trial. Unfair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. Couldn't be helped in that. That trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, drama aside, the fact that there is, by 15 there was no murder at the police department. I mean, it's not true, Lana. The witness Miss Starr said. Why are you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana, I don't understand. What did you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. You know, I've ever seen Lana so pleased before. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detective investigating Dark. Second in command? That means the investigation that it was Damon Gaunt, right? Yes. Deputy Chief Gaunt and I share the same office and the same investigation. Same office? We had a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. The first time Marshall worked with his brother, quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for him. That was when his final murder took place. Tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime. Me. Peter. Damon Gaunt and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark then. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. They waited until Gaunt and Marshall let the guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the shared fighting, Chief Gaunt and myself. Where he found me? You were the first person to run to the scene, Lana. It appears so. I was finding some papers while Gaunt and Marshall were questioning Drake. Dark. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor of blood. These? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and a suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and was unconscious. You do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, just held her. I blame her after all, sister. After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest. Get this straight. We're all involved in the SN9, right? Quite a coincidence, I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved. It's just by chance. The case was solved 2 years ago. One person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. I wasn't convinced with a ruling against Joe Dark. Life doesn't end with the closing of the case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memory. That case just might not be over yet. Everyone was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right? Yes, and the officer didn't go into no shed. The officer Mr. Hunt now occupies by himself, the chief's office. You should have a look at the chief's office. Like the final lesson of my murder. Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall! I thought things turned out this way when I woke up this morning. I said. You never know when life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should know my lucky runner when old Billy died up this morning. Billy? I can access. So where are you headed? Go to the prosecutor's office for interrogation. A voluntary appearance? Well, we all know I won't be coming back. Alright, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why did prospectors head west? Heard it was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall. Do you want to know exactly what happened? Like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Someone's fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All it takes is thought. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, murder weapon. Weapon? You mean the switchblade tip with the broken? Mr. Dark's alright, but the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. Question? The blade and knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What do you mean? It means there was a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was found and submitted, that possibility had been erased. Wax been concealed with weapon? That case left behind scars on all of us. Scars the SL9. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. You'll knew that later. Every detective involved in that case investigation said one was taken care of. The star was fired and I was the modern boxer in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. Hey? What are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Dame again, and then the sky. The investigation lead Dame again, and the second man in the sky. More important than the force are never that duo. That case is a big step in both their careers. I think he's ended. Why not transfer the prosecutor, right? Yeah, him again, the police. When should that happen? It had been the same since she left. Now when we knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was detective. And she did. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bamina. Her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. I got the looks, he got the look. He's one of the best prosecutors around. I just made a detective when you wrote it down. It was our first case together. old was he? Your brother? 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. Highest honor? In the being a prosecutor. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have listened to me. Yes, an incident took place. That wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal. Just in the morning, about nightfall, there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. It was murdered. There you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It's suddenly enlightening. One thing for sure, I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used false evidence in a guilty verdict. Someone else is the one who gave that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I wouldn't even be a patrolman after today. Glad I won't be around to work with you. Become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. Here today, start. I was probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence. Let's go with the detectives up. We were in court today on the day of the crime. No one was murdered in the evidence. 5:15. Yeah, I think we were finally making some headway in our case. So it looks like we just ended up making London look even more guilty. Sorry, where do I go now? Okay, let's go. Thanks even Christmas put together. I think festival is Chief Guns Office. Next one, where to go? Right, let's come down this way. Wow, a pipe organ. This is a man who does nothing by halves. Oh, where am I? Chief's office, silly. At least that's what I said on the door. A pipe organ. It's real, isn't it? I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. He used to call me Little Miss Bob. He was.
Oh, it's you two!
Chief Khan!
So, Rato, you been swimming lately?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and a lot of provocative statements.
Oh, you mean about the full show?
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies! See that big picture on the wall over there? That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me!
Mr. Marshall's brother. Must be to do.
We should get to commemorate our work together.
Alright, this picture. Bingo.
Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm gonna look up here, so let's go out together.
Oh. It was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
In that case, as long as it's been over, there's no need to investigate it anymore.
Same, it's not like to have a look around.
But you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
Okay, I'll come. This isn't over with yet after all. You can't deny our request to search the crime scene. Means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around. In like a clue? Anyway, that she's up. There's so much evidence in this case, my gosh.
Hey, pal.
It's a gumshoe. Aren't you supposed to be in a meeting?
Just taking a break.
My feet hurt. I'm sitting so long.
Actually, serving everyone coffee.
I'd say the gumshoe's still happening.
Say, have either you seen Mr. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth? No.
Ask. He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like battles between you two in court.
That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. Falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth is the whole world after his blood.
Yikes. Why did Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. That guy's a little out here, isn't she?
Regardless, the prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they've presented in court. Not only that, as you know, there have been a lot of rumours going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent, the prosecutors kept him safe from those who don't like him. Now with this.
There's so many people that hate him.
In our word, who knows if talent rises to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. So a better recipe I know for making enemies.
Hey Dick, good work.
Yes sir.
Let's get some time, would you?
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Don't have any problems.
Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Pressure on Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at Father here, while coffee's brewing.
How did you find out?
The only evidence Dark left behind you was during his final attack.
His final attack? You mean
When he killed Prosecutor Marshall, he was trying to protect some girl.
me?
That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Was it?
Let's see how it is. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay?
That's a recollection never fails to impress. You should show him the murder weapon and jog his memory. Others.
Hey, is that...
Actually, labeled SR9. This would be the broken murder weapon you're speaking of.
What are you doing with that? Since that case is closed, it must be locked away in a locker.
When Detective Goodman was murdered, this something disappeared from the locker. And was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler.
That's it! Now I remember what a incriminating piece of evidence was. You show me that knife, it will come back to me.
What is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget. Quick. Knife, it was your dog's, wasn't it?
That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus his fingerprints on it too.
I don't actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's how his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
Take a good look at it to notice that.
Well, anyway, so guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found? That's what did him in.
What was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body. It was found deep inside a stab wound.
Matched up tonight?
You bet, down to the last fibre.
Pretty conclusive.
Bill Dark was 42 at the time of the crime. He's usually run-of-the-mill businessman.
Businessman. Big serial killing.
Although on his own from work, he hit someone with his car.
His car, so...
An accident, yes, but transformed him into an animal. He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed the lady who saw the second crime. He walked by just then, so he killed him too. And when he was burying the bodies, the jogger came upon the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Pretty careless animal. Of course, it's all conjecture. It wasn't a single shred of evidence. Turned himself in. Yeah, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. The crime was witnessed by someone too, but lucky Doc was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. Last witness? Oh, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know.
Ask you one more thing.
What is it? Money, you know, you should ask Chief Garn.
Not money. Let's concern the Chief. It's obviously a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. He's out now and his office is locked. I'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
Any detective ID card go lock the door?
What? Really?
Well, if I let a civilian in there, I'll be charged with breach of trust.
Trust?
You put other canned. Sorry, pal. I don't plan to get fired because of you.
This ID card was Detective Goodman's.
I won't rock either. The date was the day he died.
Oh. I'm choose the oranges. Something you've shown him. Well, there's serial murder, but I think that's like a... I don't know. I remember hearing it's like, there's a difference between serial killing and spree killing. I don't know. A criminal scientist, I am not.
Oh, I think I've seen it somewhere before.
Somewhere.
No more than those memories people have from previous lives. Something about it makes you feel uneasy. Like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. I think I've seen that before. Hey, that's it. That's the game prosecutor. I got a record, didn't it?
One number left to investigate. 4:20 PM, the victim Detective Goodman was entered. Yes. I'm the executive office number.
7777.
1 7 too many, Detective.
Oh, Marshall misplaced me, you know.
Austin, such a cool thing to do.
Well, that's it. Things are meant to be lost and meant to be lost. There's a high power at work here.
Of a higher power.
Got her own blood traces too.
Wow, it's a new type. I've never seen that button before. See your face height. Right, hey, let me see that. I mean, until now, proof.
It's got to take new blood traces.
Ah, well, it's not quite the same as Luminol.
By Lady Cat and a smoke on her face. Yeah, perhaps you took fingerprints.
I miss Edgeworth at first.
You did what? All I have is some flour.
Hey, detective?
Quick, run!
Run!
Did it help? Was I was taking a nap on a bench with wet paint?
Not comforted. Let's just systematically go through it all.
Still good as I. What's this stuff?
It's a Martian?
You messaged me. When I started out, you gave me a small cactus. The dick should list all your troubles.
So, shoot for the cactus.
Artemis just a patrolman now. Someone ought to try places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
She will come on bonus.
Shh, they could arrest me. You'd film me, won't you?
If that happens, I think you do better for me.
What lady? I remember this when I was 16. She's the only woman who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16, that's all I am now. What happened? You come shoot more church goodness. This is the case then.
Talk about? He's gone. What's the interest of all your life? More than you can say about most officers nowadays.
I've saved us a lot of trouble if you hadn't guarded it so well.
Right though.
Glad you will. Prove another possibility. Just need to get another murder to ratify. Okay, let's try something else. Edgeworth. Oh yes, looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here?
It was quick to throw that paper on the floor.
Not that important, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumours flying around.
It's another allegation to me. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm rooting for you.
And I hide his real feeling. So what do you want? Some people I don't have all day.
Cigarette, are you crazy to sit like that? Just strutting my cheek out. Hey Edgeworth. Yeah, gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground.
Hold on, first let me see what the girl's doing crawling around my feet.
Didn't even look. What? Let her...
you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation.
Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean...
Tired, right? I feel as if something inside me has died.
Edgeworth, none of it's your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. The path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. No one else should forgive me either.
Oh, I think he's serious. It's alright. Please, you have to do something.
No excuse for what I've done. Years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. Well, it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase the fact.
You didn't know, did you?
I mean, that the evidence is falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility is the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
But...
I take pride in my work. So tell me why? Why should it all come to this?
Edgeworth, animation about that. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
It was last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. Be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
Edgeworth, you can't just walk out of the trial.
Where is the last day? You'd like to change prosecutor. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. Never thought that the case would come back to haunt me like that. The list of evidence seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
Only half as long as most lists.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. Pictures, what's strange about it? Could you tell us about what happened that day? The day Chick the Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony at the station, right?
Never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
Finished up in the office?
Yes, just odds and ends. Clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Connors, he told them that, didn't he?
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor.
The story you heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
Right?
This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gunn's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes?
The trophy that Mr. Marshall is holding is something different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
What?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. The story behind its design.
Mind saying something?
Simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield.
Well, spear, but yeah.
This story?
Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake?
Very well. Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. First was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute.
Objection!
Those claims contradict each other.
I expect. And again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. Thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's item. Each tale ends with the merchant at loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? I have to ask Chief Guard. 2 years ago, he had the halberd of part of the ward abolished. Again, it's spear, not halberd. A halberd is very different from a spear. Would either you care for a £1/4 of roast beef? That's hardly a lunch. It's the that lunch. Certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked it. Mister, with all due respect, I'm not really sure you should be talking about that kind of body part around men. Just a thought. Well, I mean, Phoenix does prefer this. Maybe you're more in danger from Emma. Is there anyone in this room who likes men? Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. One in this trial was involved in the SO9 incident. Not only that, but a murder occurred on the very day the evidence in that case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness. Instant Lana stepped to be given with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change much. Roast beef is meant to be savoured when Star's hatred. Years ago. The Dark. That's a name I'll not soon forget. Which held him for half a year. Oh, the pressure! Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steaming in a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going to hell. Because of his brother's death? They were close those days. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her a little more desperate. Lana Sky. The best of the best were put on a Tesla case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana, Chief Guard. Gaunt and Lana Sky. Gaunt led the investigation, with Lana second in command. The best. They settled all kind of cases together, didn't they? Gaunt's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. Magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence. Oh yes, it was about him even back then. No one dared to confront him. Forged her. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything, and always watched out for the other detectives. But she was so concerned for Jake. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jack would have ever recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. Fortunately evident. Don't get me wrong, Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. Didn't have proof anything illegal was done. And proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duty, most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Always wants to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gans Pavlin. That's right. Having solved the SR9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? He could control the chief prosecutor, he can control the prosecutor. That must have been his goal all along. How could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for a change. Just running close to the bottom of the supplement. Thank you, Miss Star. You listen to me, Ricky. It takes more than just ingredients to make fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be the better chef than I've been. Right. Let's see if that oaf, oh, where is he gone?
Oh, you're back.
Still here?
I've got to make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
Yeah. DJ as well? Mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ.
I've got my persistence, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you into the chief's office period. Be my neck on the line.
Last crime scene in this minus. Have to take a look. Maybe something we do to make that tonight.
What's this crocodile piece of paper? No way! It's sure I can't be serious!
Yeah, but not serious.
I can't believe they pushed him this far.
Edward really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives not to provide him with sound evidence. Just trade him. That's it. I made up my mind. Here, take my ID card.
I'll do that if someone found out. I haven't left you on the hook with another site report.
Look at me. No secret, I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case goes, turns out I might already be as good as terminated. But at least let me do this for Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
Alright, detective, thank you. That's alright.